our guy Mike here. We're gonna bring him in.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know what y'all been talking about. Huh?
Just
I don't know
mainly
what y'all been
going,
talking about. But if you've been hating on Mac Jones, Matt, I am here to challenge you, sir, right freaking now, baby.
Well,
Let's go, man.
I'm not hate. We're just covering like going through each plays of the game, but
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
All right.
I'll explain because we were chatting about it a little bit. I'll explain what my issue with the whole thing was, but
So
we'll get there.
yeah, we were going through just kind of drive by drive. Melissa, shout out to you. Haven't seen you in the chat in a minute. But this was the 42-yard touchdown catch and run by Juwan. So the next drive, the Saints get the ball back, 12-18 in the fourth, down 14-26. So they're down 12. And they put on a 13-play, 71-yard drive. Takes them 6 minutes. This is the drive that they got bailed out on third down twice.
2 times.
The first one,
bullshit
BS.
calls.
Complete
Yeah.
BS.
Like, it's just like Upton Stout has like some hands on it, but they're running like together. And it was like 5.5 yards. And then he stops touching him, plays catch up, does a great job breaking up the ball. And they're like, flag. Like, really?
It was really unfortunate because it was a good play by the rookie. You took it away from him, penalized him for it, allowed the drive to keep going. So they get extended on third down. It was 3rd and 12, and he broke up a play to a pass to Chris Olave, gets flagged, yada, yada, yada. So then they get a 5-yard run on first down, 11-yard pass on second down after an incompletion. Kamara up the middle. It's 3rd and 5 again at the 49ers 47. They get another incomplete pass, but another flag, this time on other rookie Marquise Siegel for holding 5 yards and first down. This one I was a little less upset, but it's still like, come on, man. You're really going to call this right now?
Yeah, it's ticky-tack.
They had...
That wasn't a real call.
No. And especially, by the way, when they didn't call a lot of holding on the offensive lines each way, and like there was one play where I saw essentially Michael Williams just get bear hugged by the offensive lineman. Like literally the offensive lineman had his arms wrapped around him and was hugging him. And it's just like, all right, if you're not going to call that, don't be calling this ticky-tack shit in the secondary.
It's unfortunate.
And it's because they're, honestly, in my opinion, it's because they're rookies.
Well, it's not only that. I think that the play with Siegel in particular was just a really good play design that drew the flag, right? So the defender starts out, he's to the left of the hash, but he's cutting inside. But then the route that he was running made him turn towards the boundary. And because Siegel had a hand up on him, it made it look like he pulled him towards the boundary, especially because right after that, he cut back inside. So it looked like he pulled him that way when that's not what happened. That was just the route that he was running. Siegel didn't actually physically move him. So I'm not mad at the officials because it was live and they don't get a chance to see the replay if they're going to throw the flag or not. I'm not mad at the officials for throwing the flag, but I think that was just route running and, kind of by design. He's got you on the outside, cut back to the outside, and then it looks like he hooked you or pulled you. So that was an interesting play, right? I was like, oh man, that was BS. He didn't do anything. But then when you go back and you watch the replay, you can see how the officials thought that that's what happened. Like it looked like he pulled him and turned his body, and then he cut back inside. So it was a smart play. Like we have to remember that these guys in the NFL, these play callers, they're paid to do this, right? Mm-hmm. And a successful play caller isn't just about completed passes. It's about knowing how to draw a penalty and keep drives going. And I think that was one of those plays.
Which they did, unfortunately.
Yep.
Keeps the drive going, like you said, Mike. So instead of 4th and 5 at the 47, which they likely punt, they get first down, 5 yards. So it's a 42, 4-yard run, 3-yard run, 11-yard run on 3rd and 3, and Kamara 8-yard run on first down. And after a stuff, Spencer Rattler hits Olave for 14 yards down to the 3. Upton Stout was in coverage and gets injured on this play. I'm not sure if he returned, actually, now that I think about it. And I didn't catch the beginning of the press
might
conference.
not have.
He did. Yeah. Stout did come back later.
Oh, he did come back. Okay, good.
He probably got it looked like the offensive player kind of landed on his inner thigh. I wonder if he got like Charlie horsed a little bit.
Yeah, I thought so. I wasn't sure if he got like the wind knocked out of him or not. But anyway.
At first, I was looking for like to see if he, because none of these players wear cups anymore. If he got like nut checked,
Right. Okay. Couple of drives left. Spencer Rattler hits Devon Vele 3 yards for the touchdown. you just kind of, it is what it is. Suddenly it's a 5-point game. 49ers get the ball back with 6:18, and I'm sure we're all thinking we're going to kill this shit. We're going to keep the ball, drive it, not give it back. Well, they had other plans because after a couple plays, Mac Jones cannot connect with Jauan Jennings on back-to-back throws. 2nd and 6 incomplete. Oh, that pass was batted down. And then 3rd and 6, he did kind of hit Jennings high, but Jennings bobbled it, tried to catch on the second catch, couldn't. So we have to punt, and the 49ers punt. Defense showed up, baby. 3 plays, -1 yard, backed up at their own 10 or 15, and the Saints had to punt. I'm thinking surely 3 minutes left. The 49ers got this ball. They're going to keep it and kill the clock. They still had other plans. -5 yard run, 9 yard pass, and then on 3rd and 6, Jones tries to hit Jauan across the middle on like a little slant route, but Jauan can't haul it in. Maybe he was a little too far out of his breadbasket. Maybe Jauan should have caught it. Either way, it's incomplete, and the 49ers have to punt again with 2:47 left. Saints get the ball back with 2:40 left at their own 6-yard line. Great job by Thomas Morstead on this punt, by the way, downing it inside the 10. And the Saints are kind of driving the ball. 6-yard pass, another 6-yard pass, 8-yard pass, and then 7-yard pass. So you're right, Mike. This is when Stout returned with 2 minutes left in the game. And it's 1st and 10 at the New Orleans 33 with 1:56 left. 3-yard pass to Juwan Johnson. Spencer Rattler hits Kamara for 6-yard pass. 3rd and 1. Spencer Rattler's pass to Juwan Johnson is broken up by Fred Warner. Just an amazing play. And then on 4th and 1 at the New Orleans 42-yard line, boy, did the defense show up. Bryce Huff comes in like a fucking monster, forces Rattler to fumble the ball, and their own lineman recovers like 15-yard loss or something like that. But the 49ers get the ball back, and that's game, baby. Sealed it on defense for the 2nd week in a row.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Matt?
No, it was another week where the defense was able to force a fumble, and that's what sealed it. And that's a great job by the defense. Great job to kind of hang in there, and it's something that necessarily didn't go the 49ers way last year. Now, again, this can transition us right into the conversation about Mac Jones, if you'd like, Mike, but this game was a little bit too close for comfort against a bottom 3 team in the NFL. So I think it should have been over far earlier. And I think that if a certain other player was playing today, that the 49ers would have put it at least 35 points. But, they got the win and 2-0. So I don't want to be too negative on things because, again, a win is a win. So we're happy with the win. And,
I know that I don't know what you guys discussed already, but in our group chat prior to, you're on mute, Matt. I can't hear you.
Am I muted?
You're good.
There you go. Now we hear you now.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. I hadn't hit mute at all, but I know what we had talked about. We haven't really touched on Mac Jones too much.
Pretty much just went through the game, drive by drive.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
so here's what I will say, right? Well, I thought Mac Jones looked absolutely incredible out there, right? Up until the 3rd, maybe early 4th quarter, he didn't have a batted pass, right? That's a Brock Purdy specialty, like batted passes at the line of scrimmage, right? He didn't throw into the arms of a linebacker. That's a Brock Purdy. You can count on him doing that once a game also, right? Now, he did have one, like I said, in the either late 3rd or early 4th quarter. He had that batted pass at the line of scrimmage. But what I liked was how he stayed in the pocket. He's not a guy that's going to scramble around. And there was a 3rd down in the first half where if it was Brock, the lane was there, but Mac Jones decided to stop and try to throw it, or he took I don't even remember exactly what happened, but if it was Brock, he would have scrambled and took it. So there are differences between the two quarterbacks, right? But Matt, you said that, I'm not giving this to him. I'm going to credit Kyle for this, right? And here's the difference, right? When the Niners were up 2 scores, that when we get the ball back, it's like, all right, we go down here and we score right now. This game is out of reach. Kyle threw the ball 3 times in a row. He completely abandoned the run. So that's why I don't want to say, it was just a good game plan by Kyle. It's not just that. It was the execution of the quarterback, and I don't want to diminish what Mac Jones was able to do out there. I mean, he spread the ball. Do you guys have the stats pulled up? How many different people caught a pass from Mac Jones today? I said it on the Overreaction show over on Nothing But Niners, but I said that he spread the ball around like the way Mono spread through a high school, right? Like this was something that it's not that Purdy doesn't spread the ball around, because I don't want that to sound like it's not a knock on Purdy. I want to assess the performance of just Mac Jones. He didn't play like a backup. He played like a guy that the Niners have had in their system for a while. I have no idea how many different people caught passes from him, but I didn't even know that Braden Willis was on the active 53 until Mac Jones attempted to throw to him. I was like, oh shit, was that Willis? Like, is that who that was? And he didn't catch it, I'll admit. He didn't catch it, but it was at least like he was spreading the ball around everyone. Kendrick Bourne, Juwan Jennings, right? Like Pearsall. Pearsall didn't have to be the man in this game. He wasn't the man in this game, right? Like he gave all the tight ends, all three active tight ends, at least got a target in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think that he executed at a pretty high level. Was he perfect? Absolutely not. No one's perfect. I don't care who the quarterback is. There's no perfection out there. But this guy really targeted everybody. Marquez Valdez-Scantling got targets, right? He kept going back to Jennings, even though he had some very crucial drops, right? Like those. There was two in particular that if he makes those catches, the Niners are in scoring position. They keep the drive going. There were third down conversions. He dropped two of them. One of those passes hit both of his hands twice, and he dropped it. Like what? I don't know how you can watch this game and say, yeah, Mac Jones ain't it. I just don't know how you can
I didn't say that he's not it. I didn't say that he's not it. I just said that, like, I wouldn't say that he was like the main driver of the 49ers offense in terms of like the game plan that Kyle called was more important to this win than Mac Jones. Mac Jones made plays that an NFL level quarterback should play. And people forget what that looks like, even with a backup quarterback, because the 49ers have had pretty bad backups in the past. But if Sam Darnold was still here, he would have done the same shit. And nobody on this stage is going to sit here and try to say that Sam Darnold is on the level with Brock Purdy, which is what you're kind of doing right now.
Sam Darnold didn't have a single game for the 49ers that looked the way that Mac Jones looked in this game. Not one game with the 49ers. Preseason, regular, it didn't matter. Sam Darnold never looked as good and as efficient as Mac Jones did in this game. Never. Well, and so
yeah, but what team did he play? What team did he play that was as bad as this New Orleans team?
This New Orleans defense isn't that bad.
It's bad.
You're like them. No, they're not. They went toe to toe with the Cardinals. That score from the Cardinals game was very misleading. This team is taking it toe to toe in both of these games. Like they're taking it down to the wire in both of these games.
I watched this New Orleans defense make coverage mistake after coverage mistake after coverage mistake after coverage mistake. They're bad. They're bad, Mike. They're bad.
Are the coverage mistakes part of Kyle's scheme? Is it a reaction to what they're doing? Because that's what Kyle likes. He likes to manipulate the defenses, right? Okay. I'm not saying that they're great. We didn't go out there. Like, I think the defense that we played last week was better. I think we all can agree to that, right? Like the Mike McDonald defense is better than what we saw over here from New Orleans and Brandon Staley, right? I don't think that any of us are arguing against that. But what I'm saying is you have to make the right reads, make the right throws. Even some of Mac Jones' incompletions were the right read and the right throws and the right opportunities. He had one throw that was behind Valdez-Scantling that I was like, damn, dude, like, what are you doing there? That's it. For the most part, Mac Jones was throwing the ball where it was supposed to go. He can't control the drops. I'll come in here and give Brock Purdy credit for passes that he didn't complete because it was the right read and the right throw.
Right, but then on the third touchdown pass, that was the wrong read and the wrong throw that got a good result because the defense fucked up the coverage.
Yes, and that's the same thing that I said about Brock Purdy's last touchdown throw in Week 1, where he should not have thrown that to that tight end, but we got lucky.
Which I called out. And everybody's saying, again, if Brock Purdy played a game that I thought was like a B game last week, I'm not going to glaze Mac Jones for doing the same thing against the worst defense this week.
That sounds insane to me. I'm not telling you that you have to glaze him. Like, so that's pause. That's
Mike,
crazy.
But this is what's happening. You told me in the group chat I'd be just as comfortable with Mac Jones going forward as I would be with Brock Purdy. You got the largest 49ers content creator out there saying quarterback controversy is Mac Jones. They shouldn't have paid Brock Purdy. And you'd think that shit doesn't
I
matter.
never said that part.
And guess what?
I never said that part.
I gotta watch the whole next week on my feed. People suck off Mac Jones because of a fucking game against New Orleans.
But they should.
No, they shouldn't, Mike.
Yeah,
they should. What throw did he make that was an elite throw? None. He made no elite throws today. He made.
Well, I would need your
NFL
definition of an elite throw first before I can give you that answer. These weren't standard throws, bro.
They were all standard throws. Which one wasn't a standard throw?
Bro, the touchdown pass to Jauan Jennings, that's not a standard NFL throw. What are you talking about? He hit this dude in stride and let him run across the field. What are you talking about? That's not a regular thing.
We've seen. Did you watch the play?
We've seen Brock Purdy miss that same exact throw.
Zach, pull up the picture. Pull up the picture, Zach.
We've seen Brock Purdy miss that same exact throw.
Brock Purdy, not between the numbers. Look at where the defender is when Mac Jones is throwing this. That's a pick if he just keeps zone integrity. Instead, he glitches out and jumps forward to nobody but green grass in front of him.
What does that mean? He glitches out. I don't know what that means. I'm not. He
didn't sync and maintain zone integrity like he's supposed to. He started going forward. He stopped syncing with the receiver, even though he watched Jauan Jennings run right by him.
He completed the pass in stride. I don't know what this still shot is supposed to be showing me. I don't get it. So this is the thing.
Zach, hold on, Mike. Hold on. I'll tell you. This defender right here has Jauan Jennings covered. He stops syncing in the zone.
They showed this on the replay. The reason that defender has got his feet next to each other and he's standing flat-footed is because Bourne is coming on a crossing route, and he thought that the possibility was that it was going to Bourne. Yes, they showed this on the replay, Matt. What are you talking about? Absolutely. There is no that he made a great read and put it over that defender's head.
Can you draw on these pictures, Zach? Can you draw on these at all?
I don't think I can.
No. Okay. That's okay.
You're talking about the guy that's standing right in front of Jauan.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I'm asking. Are you talking about the guy that's closest to Jauan Jennings?
Yes.
You're talking about that guy right there that the cursor's on, right? He was flat-footed because Bourne is crossing, and he thought that's where the ball might have been.
Demario Davis, I think, has Bourne on this.
No, but wait. But even more than that, where is Mac Jones at right now? Okay, now where's Kendrick Bourne? So you mean to tell me this motherfucker's looking directly at Mac Jones and thought he was throwing to Kendrick Bourne when Kendrick Bourne is by the numbers, far hash? Look at Mac Jones' body position. Unless he thinks he's throwing a Patrick Mahomes fucking, like he's not even facing him.
But you're saying you're saying this based off of a still shot of the moment of release. What I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, come on, man.
Are we allowed? Can we show? Never mind.
Carrying water, bro. This is carrying water in the worst way. This is glazing a throw. This is a bad decision, Mike.
I
go
completely
to the one before this. Go to the one before this. But when he's winding up, still, look how much. Look. There's no way he's syncing with him right there. He's not even looking at Bourne.
So then, why wasn't the defender in place to make a play on the ball?
Because he fucking went forward for no reason.
It's not for no reason. The reason is Bourne. That's what I'm saying. The reason is Bourne.
You're going to cover somebody you can't even see?
It was to minimize the gain.
He's not looking at Bourne, so why would he even focus? You can't focus on something you can't see. Mike, if I'm standing to the side of you and you can't see me and I throw a smack at your face, you're not going to be able to react to it.
Here. I got you. I'm gonna pull the play up. I'll send you guys a link for it. And what I want you to do is watch when this guy looks over at Kendrick Bourne and takes a step forward. It's right here. He hesitates right after what you're. How do I send this to you guys?
Why would he hesitate when Mac Jones is not even facing? You face your target when you throw, man.
You're asking why, and what I'm saying is that he did. It's not a matter of why. I can't get in his head. Okay, but here's Mike, the play right here.
That doesn't okay. But listen, I know I've seen the play. But you're missing the forest for the trees, and I'll pull up the play to watch it again. He never once looks at Kendrick Bourne. The ball's already out. Kendrick Bourne has stopped running.
I'll play it right now.
Kendrick Bourne never stopped running. The ball was in the air, and Bourne was still running his route.
Zach, why can't we play these videos? Yeah, watch. Okay, look.
Look at him. He steps forward right there.
Why?
That
the ball's already halfway to him. The ball's even out, man.
And now watch this. Now watch this. Now even let's just say you're right. Right? Mike's been wrong this whole time. Right? Mike's been wrong the whole time. One of the things that we praise, well, let me not say we. What I praise Brock Purdy for, hear me out. Just let me finish the sentence, please. Let me finish the sentence. One of the things that I say Brock Purdy does better than 80% of the quarterbacks in the NFL are layered throws over the linebacker, underneath the safety, and gives his receiver an opportunity. True or false? How many times have you guys heard me say that on this show? I say it all the time. That is one of Brock Purdy's elite traits. That's exactly what happened in this moment. Over the linebacker, underneath the safety to give his wide receiver a play. That's it. It's an elite throw. How is it elite for Brock Purdy to do the same shit?
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Mike.
All right.
It's not an elite throw when it's a bad decision, and the only reason why it got there is because the defender fucked up.
Brock Purdy does this all the time, and I credit him for it. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to call it elite? I'm fine with that. That's a layered pass over the linebacker and underneath the safety to give his receiver an opportunity, and that's exactly what he did. I praise Brock Purdy for it. There's no way in hell I'm not praising Mac Jones for that. He did the same shit.
Look at where that ball is. The guy is looking right at the ball,
and he's stepping forward. Matt, it's going over his head. He stepped forward
because he's fucking stupid. That's why. Because he made a shitty play. That doesn't make Mac Jones' throw elite. It makes it lucky that it fucking got. Look, Jennings is directly behind the defender. If he doesn't stop right there and sink, and he sinks in the zone, that's a pick all day. All day, that's a pick.
It wasn't.
Oh, again, but this is my point. Don't confuse result with process. That's a bad decision, Mike. Plain and simple.
I think that was a phenomenal throw right there. I think that was a great throw. And we've seen Purdy throw layered passes time and time again, and I come in here and I glaze him for it. There's no way I'm not going to watch Mac Jones, who was the backup, do the same thing in a crucial moment of the game, by the way.
It's not,
and say, yeah, it's no good.
It's an elite throw. It's not an elite throw. You should, if you're throwing to a spot, any NFL quarterback should be able to make that throw.
This conversation started with us saying in the group chat that Mac Jones is the offensive player of the game, and you were like, yeah, no way. That's where this conversation started from. Yes,
I said negative. By the way, I just said negative.
No way, negative. I got the verbiage wrong. It's the same message. It's shut up or be quiet. It's the same thing, right? Stop talking.
No, it's not. No, you just took it that way.
Mac Jones is the player of the game, Matt. You can't deny for offensive player of the game. You can't deny it. There's no denying that.
There is denying
how?
It, man.
Who was better than him on the offense?
Christian McCaffrey was better than him on the offense and carried that offense multiple times.
I would agree with that.
Get the fuck out of here. There's no way
he had 130 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown.
So?
And multiple first downs.
He had like 50 rushing yards. Mac Jones gave him his passing yards too. Mac Jones was the offensive player of the game, man. Now you're just coming off as a hater, bro. You just sound like a hater. I don't want you to be that guy.
No, man, because you're just gonna blindly fucking suck him off like Grant Cohn and just fucking do this shit.
But I'm not Grant Cohn though, and that's the thing. So I will say this, right? So here's the difference between me and Mac Jones. Here's the difference between me and Grant Cohn, right? I will say that Mac Jones had a phenomenal game, and if he does this 3 more times, we might have a quarterback controversy. Grant Cohn is gonna say after one good throw, the Niners paid. That's the difference. That's the difference. I'm going to say that he had a great game, but I've seen bad quarterbacks have great games. And I've seen C.J. Beathard have a great game before. I've seen Nick Mullins have a great game. I'm not going to go on that ledge.
And I thought he had a good game. I don't think he had a great game because I thought that the game plan was tailored to his strength to make him look the best that he possibly could. This is the best offensive game Kyle has called in a while. That Christian McCaffrey throw
I'll give you that.
Those route trees on that Christian McCaffrey touchdown was excellent. And that's what got Christian McCaffrey 4 yards of separation when he caught that ball. Was that a great throw? No, it's a standard NFL throw. He was wide open to the pylon and he threw it there and he got it there. Great.
And you still have to execute. And for a backup to come in and do that, I think he did a good job.
Mac Jones is not the typical like mid-level backup. Mac Jones has made a Pro Bowl. He's had some
third team in 5 years. What are you talking about?
Right. Okay. All right. I gotta go, guys.
This is a quarterback that the NFL. All right, Matt.
Matt has a heart out.
Man,
has a heart out.
Okay. I really wish I was here longer with you guys. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, and I also don't want to get shouted down like that too, so it's cool.
All right, take care, Matt. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
Mike, we can get into this a little more.
I don't understand not wanting to say Mac Jones had a good game. It's just so odd to me that's the ledge that anyone is going to choose to die on. In this game in particular. I just don't get it. And now guys, don't start talking shit about Matt. He said as soon as I joined, he put a message in there like, I got a heart out, I have to go soon. Right? So I don't want you guys to think that he's a hater or he's running from the discussion or the debate or anything.
He said immediately,
that's not what he's doing.
I have a 245 out. So
yeah.
I think that Mac played as great as I could have expected him to play, to be honest. I didn't expect the world out of him, although I did predict 300 yards and 3 TDs, which, by the way, he pretty much fucking got that. He 279. If Juwan catches those two, Mike, I think that he has 303 TDs. Was it a bad defense? Maybe. The Saints defense, like you said, Mike, has actually been okay. They're not bottom of the league. If we're talking players specifically, I don't know who played better than Mac on the offense.
And that was my point. We were it's still in the third quarter, I think, when we said that, or maybe early fourth, that Mac Jones got to be the player of the game. And that's what I don't get. It's one thing to say, all right, he didn't have a great game. And I said he had a great game. And that's fine, right? I'm even open to saying I was wrong. It wasn't a great game, right? Like, I'll give you that, right? Look, there you go. 66% completions right there. Right? It's not a great game. 112.45. We've seen Brock Purdy have perfect QBR, right? Like, I don't want to sit here and sound like Mac Jones had this great game. But one, he's a backup. He's only been here for 3 months, and to go out there and command the offense the way that he did, I think he had a really good game, and it's on the road, and we got the win. Like, he executed the play calls in the offense. I don't know what offensive player had a better game than Mac Jones. I sincerely don't. I just don't know who it was. Christian McCaffrey wasn't even on the field for first and second downs for the majority of the second half. Right? And I'm not saying that Christian McCaffrey was bad. I'm just saying that I don't see how you could say that he was better than what Mac Jones provided in this game. That's all I'm saying. No interceptions. Right, he did have the turnover that was that sack fumble, and I hated that play. Like, he should have gotten rid of the ball earlier. Like, I'm like, where's your QB clock? Like, you have to have that mental clock.
Thank you. That's what I was saying too. Regardless of if anybody's open, how do you not feel the pressure coming around your blind side? Get rid of the damn ball. I mean, I joked around when I talked about the play. He steps back, does his drop sack, sets up a tent, rolls out his sleeping bag. I mean, the guy's camping back there. No shit, he's going to get the ball swatted out or sacked. I mean, it was really unfortunate. I think Matt's whole point, though, to defend him while he's not here, is that the stats may be a little misleading and that this wasn't a type of game that Mac Jones played to where people could genuinely say, oh, should they start him over Brock Purdy? Because we all talked about it, Mike, in the group chat, not even past the third quarter, Grant Cohn and those types are already saying, oh, we have a quarterback controversy on our hands, which I don't agree with at all. I mean,
not at all.
No.
Not at all. And, like, I mean, if you guys remember Nick Mullins' first start, he set like an NFL record or some shit like that, right? 400-plus yards and 4 touchdowns, right? That's not a quarterback controversy. We know the Nick Mullins path after that, right? Like, so no. Like, dead that. I'm not here to say that yet. Right? But again, if we have 2 or 3 more games like this, the efficiency and the command of the offense and all that stuff, that's very different, right? So what we don't do is try to, sensationalize our headlines and go into it, right? We don't do that. That's for the Grant Cohns of the world, right? So cool, and kudos to them. And I'm done saying his name for the show. I already feel like we said it way too many times, right? But to me, it's not wrong to say that this kid had a good game.
Right.
Now, if he does this for 4 more games, I'm not mad at anyone who says I might feel more comfortable with him as a passer than Brock Purdy, because I'm more comfortable with Brock Purdy on a scramble play, right? So there was a third down that Mac Jones just didn't scramble, and he threw it away. And there was a lane for him to go out there and get that first down. He didn't do it, and he's not fast enough. Now, he did have one scrambling play, and he even made a guy miss. I was in like the first or second quarter, right? Like he did the little. He's dropped back, let the guy go in front of him and got like 3 more yards after, like, right? So, like, it was like, wow, I didn't even think he had that in him. And even on that play, he looked extremely slow, right? It's like a sloth breaking a tackle. Like, who saw that coming, right? You're not going to do that. But he did it. I think that he just played at a good enough level for the Niners to go out there and get the job done. And if we had to go into a game that was a must-win, I would feel comfortable. If this is the kind of play that we're going to give him, I would feel comfortable with him going out there and leading the charge for the Niners.
Right. And I agree with the chat. You know, he would have gotten eaten up by Seattle. Again, I wouldn't feel comfortable throwing him out there against an elite defense. Absolutely not. And I think enough about the quarterbacks. Ben Bartch got hurt pretty early on in this game, Mike. And almost immediately, Connor Colby comes in, and suddenly the rushing lanes open up.
Oh, no. Let's give him a real one. Because man, oh man, did Connor Colby not only pick up an answer, but he freaking delivered, man.
Yes.
I don't have PFF. I have no idea what the grades are going to be, but that kid looked good out there, man. He did not show any signs of, oh man, this is my first time I'm a rookie. None of that. None of those jitters. He got right in there and he got right to work. I mean, look, Trent Williams had an improved game, and if you're playing next to a guy like that, you're probably going to look good, right? There's a lot of people out there that say that there's a reason why our left guards have looked good for so long, and it's because of Trent Williams. And that's fine. But Bartch wasn't looking that good playing next to Trent Williams. I'm sorry, but this offensive line was making me very, very fearful, right? All of a sudden, you can see Brian Robinson getting off a little bit longer, right? He went from 1.5 yard a carry to 3.5 yards a carry once they put Colby in there. I was very, very happy with the production from Colby. Now, when Pooney got hurt, I was like, oh, shit, what are we going to do now? I was a little concerned then, but he came back in later on. He finished strong. This offensive line definitely took a step forward from what they did last week. And, again, to your point that you said about 3 minutes ago, it wasn't Seattle's defensive line that we were playing against. So, you got to take it for what it's worth. But it's a good game for them, a good step in the right direction. And now you got to let them build off of that. This team, this offense in particular, the offensive line, I don't care where you want to start the timeline from for this season, whether it be training camp, whether it be preseason, whether it be the joint practices, they haven't played together. Trent Williams was held out of all of that, and when he wasn't held out of it, it was in a real game situation. It was their first time playing with him. And now you go out there and Ben Bartch goes down. It's always been a new five. It's always been a new five. These guys get an opportunity to work together and building that cohesion. The NFL is going to be in trouble. I'm telling you guys something. The NFL, this is when we are supposed to be piling up the losses. Right. No Brock Purdy. No George Kittle, no Brandon Ayuk. You know what I'm saying? Christian McCaffrey in and out of the lineup. We can't use him on first and second downs, right? All of a sudden he's only coming in there on third and long situations, right? Pass catching downs, right? This is when we're supposed to be getting the losses, and we're not. All of a sudden we know how to answer. I think last year, the year before, we lose this kind of game.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. No Kyle Juszczyk. I think 2 years ago, we lose the same exact type of game. On the road, enemy territory. The 49er faithful showed up in this game, man. Yeah, 10 a.m. start. Like, are you kidding me? You're traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast. Are you kidding me? This is the exact type of game that Kyle Shanahan would lose in these scenarios. And we answered the bell. We won. We won. Not one, but 2 game-clinching drives by the defense in this game. I'm not even talking about the one from last game. They did it twice in just this game. When the offense let them down, they said, hey, don't worry, we got you again.
Can I say something?
Please.
That's why you hire Robert fucking Saleh, baby. That's why you bring him back. That's why you make him the highest paid coordinator. It was just beautiful. 2 games in a row. Your offense, I mean, credit to Brock Purdy and the offense for last week, driving down the field, hitting Ricky Pierce on that beautiful deep route, the double move, and then taking the lead on the touchdown. But you still needed the defense to close it out in the end. It got a little close last week. This week, not even close. They closed it out, like you said, Mike, 2 drives in a row, and the 49ers defense showed up. I mean, it was beautiful to see. And last year, they lose that game. I already had it in my mind. Spencer fucking Rattler, the rat, driving down the field and hitting, some third receiver, Rashid Shaheed or some shit for a touchdown with like 38 seconds left. That would have happened last year. I just know it. We would have watched Isaac Yiadom go out there, or Yiadom as Matt calls him, go out there and give a horrible PI and set them up on like the 3. This defense is different. It really is different. And even though the defense kind of got effed over, in my opinion, with 2 BS third down penalties, it would have been done a lot sooner if that drive doesn't get extended. So shout out to the defense. They took care of business, got the job done. And Bryce fucking Huff, Mike. Bryce Huff came in at the end, baby. I love it. I absolutely love it. So shout out to the defense. It was great. It really was great. Let's see. There's a super chat in here from Del. Go ahead.
Oh. No, I was gonna say before we get to the super chat, there was more too. Like, I don't know if you guys talked about Mykel Williams, right?
No, we haven't.
But 2 tackles for loss.
Yes,
2 tackles for loss in this game. I mean, literally just taking his offensive lineman and driving him into the lap of the quarterback. Him and Bosa meeting at the quarterback. Like, this is what it's all about. Letting these guys get an opportunity to grow in the system. Everyone wanted to just like write these final stories of their NFL careers after week 1. It's like, what are you all talking about? What are you guys talking about, right? Like, Huff finally showed up. He was a no-show in week 1, right? Even on the stat sheet in week 1, Mykel Williams was a no-show, right? Like, these guys showed. Collins, while the play was a good play for the Saints, Collins had a good pressure on the quarterback, but he got rid of the ball. He made a completed pass, and he ended up converting for a first down. But Collins was right there. He drove his guy. He came out like a cannon. Like, he shook his guy off and just kept going. Alfred Collins was the guy that everyone was saying, oh, no, he's not him. He's not him. We wasted a draft pick, blah, 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 blah. Week 2, we're already seeing the difference in these guys, man. Robert Saleh is doing his thing. He even had flashes. Listen to this. You want to know how good Robert Saleh is? 3 times in this game, I said, oh, shit, Jair Brown made a good play.
Yes. Jair Brown wraps up Kamara and allows Fred to come over and punch that ball out.
Yes,
Great
hand
play.
under the knee so the knee doesn't touch the ground. When they do the slow motion review, his knee hasn't touched the ground yet. Fred Warner comes out and gets the ball, and he made a good play on special teams as well.
Yes.
I mean, now the defense wasn't perfect. Don't get me wrong, right? They were picking on Stout and Green on the left side of the offense, right? They're at left, our right. They were picking on them a lot, and we have to get better at it. But you got to give these guys time. And Robert Saleh is going to find a way to do it, right? He even said, let me boost your confidence, Stout. They're picking on you. I'm going to send you in on a blitz. And he got the sack. Like, he answered. He got the sack. And he sent them in later on in the game in the second half to do it. And he got the pressure. He didn't get the sack, but he got there. Twice he called this number, and he got there. This is the same thing that he did in the preseason that made everybody fall in love with Chase Lucas, right? It was like, oh, they called this number. He went in there, and he did his thing. He's got to work on pass coverage. Him and Green both have to work on pass coverage. They're going to get there, but we got to be patient, man. It's only week 2.
Super chat from Delvin. Matt always blows out the candle from our cake. Why? Thank you, Del, for your contribution. In Matt's defense, he's just saying, let's take a step back and put it in perspective. Mac Jones did not play good enough to steal Brock Purdy's job. And I think that was his main point. And
I agree with that point.
Yes. There's no quarterback controversy. There was no Mac played great, right? But if you were to pull out any single throw, there wasn't one that was like, this is an elite AA plus throw or A plus throw. Not taking anything away from him because he did play very good, but let's calm down. The people that are saying maybe he should start. Okay. How about D Winters, Mike? How about D Winters?
He looked good, man.
I even said in the chat, he has the spirit of Dre Greenlaw when he pushes Spencer Rattler out of bounds 15 yards or 5 yards out. So
I got to give him a little bit of defense. Rattler's left foot had just touched the white. Now that white line is really wide. And so it was clear that he was running out of bounds. He didn't have to push him. But you know what, man? I'm not mad at it. Send the message. You're going to run the ball. We're going to hit you. We're going to put some pressure on you. He pushed that guy right into the bench. You know what I'm saying? Bethune's over there like, wait, I'm not in. I don't have nothing to do with this play. And he's lifting his legs up and everything, and Rattler's chest and thigh go right into the metal bench, right? I love it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I love it because it sends a message. If you're going to run this ball, we're going to hit you. We're going to make you pay for it. We're going to make you think about doing it again. And I think that ends up paying dividends down the stretch. It was a stupid penalty. I didn't want to see it at the time. I was mad about it. But I understand the message, right? You heard about when the Niners first made that transition from Alex Smith to Colin Kaepernick, right? You heard defensive coordinators say, hey, if he's going to run the ball and we know he's going to, we got to make him pay.
Yep.
We got to make them hesitate. We know about Spencer Rattler. We know about the 49ers history with athletic quarterbacks. You got to make them pay. Sometimes if we got a lead, sometimes you got to eat that penalty. You got to send the message, man. So, it is what it is. I'm not mad at it.
Terra, Cardinals are playing the Panthers, and last I checked, they were up like 2 scores, 27-3. They're up.
Yeah,
4
that game's
scores.
over already.
Yeah.
That game's over already. Yeah, there's no need to even looking at that. We're still in first place, and no matter because we have a division win, so
exactly.
We're still in first place.
Exactly. You brought up Mykel Williams, and I really did. I moved on to D. Winter, but I did want to point out when he is paired side by side with Nick Bosa, which was on that second to last drive sack on 3rd down. Mm-hmm. I mean, man, he is a beast. He really is. And like you said, people were ready to write him off after last week. It's his first NFL game, guys. Like, let the kid at least develop. Fred Warner didn't look good his whole first season. Like let players, let rookies develop. Mike, they have a problem on their hands with Mykel Williams, especially when he's lined up next to Nick Bosa.
Yes.
Were you impressed?
Oh, I was very impressed, man. The kid's strength was on complete display in this game. His strength, his football wherewithal, the mental aspect of the game, right? Like he was just showing everything that says that's why you get this guy in the first round. It's those flashes right there, right? And there were times where he got stalemated, right? He got stood up and didn't really get much of a push. He's reaching out to try to contribute to the tackle, but dude, he's 4 bodies away from you. You're not getting there. But at least he was reaching in the right direction. They got to learn. They have to learn, and we have to be patient, man. It's a process. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, and so you got to pace yourself. And he's on the right path. He's pacing himself the right way, getting better week by week. That's what I like to see, man. And that goes for this team, not just him. It goes for the whole defense as a whole, right? They're gonna go ahead and they're gonna go out there and get better and better every single week. I do think that the secondary took a little bit of a step back, which is saying something from last week. I think that there might be I don't know if I want to call it a blueprint, but there's going to be a plan. Teams are literally avoiding Deommodore Lenoir. I think Lenoir gave up like 2 catches for like 7 or 8 yards today. Rattler didn't look to his right until the very end of the game, and it was because he had no choice. Like it was like, hey, we haven't gone there. Yeah, let's do the checkdowns. That's where they are on that side of the field. And that's when Deommodore Lenoir gave up catches. Like, and he might be credited with 2 catches, but again, it wasn't even for 10 yards. They're going to target those other guys out there. They're going to target the inexperienced guys, and that's what a good offensive coordinator is supposed to do. We have to learn to make them regret even doing that, though.
Let's see what else. What haven't we gotten to? So, defensive backs took a little bit of a step back. Defensive line looked good. Offensive line, I would say, step forward.
Big step forward.
They need to gel together now. Hopefully, Colby can take that starting gig from Ben Bartch, who unfortunately can't seem to stay healthy.
Yeah, I don't understand this guy, man.
Every single game, he's hurt, and he has to come out. Sometimes he comes back. This time he didn't. Juice left with the concussion. Jawan looked like he had a pretty serious knee injury, in my opinion. And then the next thing I see him, he's flying down the field for 42 yards and a touchdown. So I'm like, oh,
then he came back. He had 2 bad drops, which is very unlike Jawan Jennings. He's very sure-handed, especially if the ball can hit 2 hands. I mean, he's even sure-handed if he can get the palm of 1 hand on the ball. He missed 1 catch twice, right? It hit him in both hands, and he's falling to the ground. He's on his back, and he missed it again. But we know that he was battling an injury. He was a game-time decision. I'm not going to hold it against him, man. He's got to get healthy out there. But I do think that the Niners are trending in the right direction. There were negatives to take away. I think the special teams are still bad. I know that we were really, really excited about the acquisition of the new special teams coordinator. They're still bad. The tackling on the kick units is not good. Thank God Pinheiro is his name, right?
Yep.
Thank God he can kick the ball, 8 yards deep into the end zone.
Right.
Because
oh
man, every time that someone brought it out, I'm just like clutching my pearls over here. I'm gasping for air because I just don't have any faith in our team. And then we don't have good returnmen. While I'm happy to see that Garindo was healthy, I don't want to see him out there returning the ball, and I still don't like Sky Moore. So I just don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting from special teams, but they're not. It's still not it.
We talked about this before you joined. Garindo, I thought he was poised for a breakout year, and then he gets buried on the depth chart after they trade for Brian Robinson. But these kickoffs, what is the vision, Mike? I don't know what Guerrero is seeing on these kickoff returns. He took one out that he ended up getting to only like that, 18 instead of, if he would have just taken a knee in the end zone, you get it at the 30. Right. And then the following one, he runs right into 2 unblocked Saints instead of following his blockers. Do you get any further? Maybe not, but you have a better chance at least following your blockers and running into the skirmish straight into 2 defenders. So I was really high on Guerrero before they traded Brian Robinson, and boy, has his stock fallen, and it's really unfortunate to see.
I will say this in maybe not Guerrero defense, but like a little scenario. I think that if Guerrero was getting the carries that Robinson got, he would have made more of those opportunities. Robinson still looks, I don't know if it's slow or hesitant, but he's not quite hitting the spots that we want him to quite hit. And he did get better in the second half, but it wasn't good enough. I'm sorry, it wasn't. And maybe we have higher expectations for our running backs here, but Robinson's got to settle in. He did get better, but it wasn't good. And I think that Guerrero may have made more of those opportunities if given the chance. Return, though, I didn't like him. And speaking of not following your blockers, they did this little end-around thing with
Pearsall.
Dude,
-4 yards.
Why didn't he cut back and follow the blockers?
He
ran out. He had a wall of people on the inside. Talk about not following your blockers. I don't know what the hell he was like. Dude, we're wearing white. Run towards the white. You do that when you die. Like, you go towards the light, right? Like, why didn't you follow the light? It's your natural instinct. He decided to go outside of everyone, and he lost yards. I just didn't get it, man. What did you guys? I don't know if you guys talked about that or not, but that was not a good jet sweep out there. It wasn't good.
But getting back to B-Rob, we'll talk about that next. But B-Rob and Guerrero, Robinson was 6 for 20 yards. His longest was 7. In his defense, there was one run where if he broke that tackle, which he almost did, there was nothing but green grass in front of him. He was that close. But
and he knew it, too. He got up and, pounded the ball like, oh, damn. Like, he was right
close.
there.
I don't know if he's just not comfortable in the scheme yet or what it is, but I expected more out of him. He hasn't really hit that backup type role for the 49ers, but maybe Guerrero would make more of those carries. Guerrero's like this close to Jordan James to swap it on the inactive list, in my opinion.
We talked about it, about Watkins and Jordan's being healthy, and I said that if Jordan James is active, it spells trouble for Guerrero. So I was happy, I guess, to see him inactive for this game. I think I said it on our show. Maybe it was with Wayne. I don't know. But I said that I expected both Jordans to be inactive in this game. I didn't think that there was a chance that both of them were going to be up. So it did go the way that we expected. And, Zach, man, we were 1 touchdown away from our score prediction. Like, we were so freaking close, man.
I'm rarely right on this shit, right? I rarely am I right on my predictions. But I had Mac 300, 3 TDs, 279, 3 TDs. I think my final score prediction was like 24-16 or something like that.
Yeah.
Being 26-21. I mean, we were pretty close, Mike. And my defensive player of the game, who was D? Did I have D Winters? I forget who I had.
Oh, shoot. I think you had D Winters, yeah.
Yeah.
And I went with Lenore, but it wasn't.
I mean, that kind of, he didn't get it tested at all, so I guess that's a win,
He locked down
right?
his side of the field, yeah.
Right.
But he's not going to get the stats or anything like that for it, yeah. So.
Yeah. All right, final thoughts here, Mike, on this game. We got to wrap up here. I got to go grab groceries, unfortunately. These 10 a.m. games ruin my schedule because I work out Sunday mornings, right? And so it's like, what am I going to do? Wake up at 6 and go work out on a Sunday? Like, fuck that. So my treadmill's right here, and I have a TV in this extra room, thankfully. So for the first half, I was running and then lifting weights, and then I'm like, well, shit, I didn't really go to the store before the game, so I'm all thrown off here. But I don't get to enjoy the second 1 p.m. games, unfortunately. But it is what it is. What are your final thoughts? Oh, go ahead.
I think that running on the treadmill during a 49ers game is probably genius. I think I would lose 40 pounds because I'd be so fired up. I can just see me just still have energy, just going and going and going and going. So that's pretty cool, man. My final thoughts are, go ahead.
Chase Lucas, that was your pick.
That was mine, yeah.
And then until you realized that he didn't have a single snap last week. So
yeah, I thought I changed it afterwards when I realized he didn't get in, and I don't remember where I went to after that. But it's all good, man. Those shows are just fun, and I'm gonna start writing it down, man. I'm gonna have to start sending it in our group chat or something, so I have something to refer to later on. But here are my final thoughts. So all jokes aside, man, we don't have a quarterback controversy yet. Mac Jones did play well. The offense, the game plan, it was really good by Kyle Shanahan. The execution, I'll give them, as far as percentage goes, probably like 75% execution. I don't know if you have the stats pulled up or not, but the third down conversions for the 49ers have been really good this season. At halftime, they were above 50%. I know they finished the game last week over 50%. I don't know how they finished this
8
one.
8 for 15.
So just a smidge over 50%, just a smidge over. But this is a far cry from what it was last year and the year before even. So this is great. I will take this kind of production from those guys. What was the time of possession in this game also? We talked about that being crucial for the win here.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Straight down the middle.
Even. Holy smokes. But, it goes to prove the point, right? The defensive stop is what made the difference in that, right? Because we took a knee with 50-something seconds left,
correct,
in the fourth quarter. So that was the difference in the time of possession right there. So it all makes sense. We said if you control the clock, you win the game. And so I think that we are getting to have expectations for this team, which is a very, very good thing, right? I think that we can look at whoever the opponent is and say, I don't know if we can outscore that team. I don't know if our defense is going to be able to stop them. They have two dynamic wide receivers. I don't know if we're going to be able to stop them, right? And that feels good. That feels good, especially this early in the season. The Niners are 2-0. We have, again, a very easy schedule, but there are some tougher games that are coming up, you know. We have our home opener next week, if I'm not mistaken, right? So the Niners are going to get a chance to bring it home. Oh, and I do want to shout out the faithful really quick. The last two third downs, or the last two drives, those third downs where we got the stops, was the loudest I heard that stadium all game. All game long. The faithful were really, really representing out there in New Orleans. And so I want to give them a round of applause. My Patreon community, they were out there and really representing nice and loud. Really, really strong by those guys. And to the team itself, man. Way to stick together. Way to make it all work together. Offense and defense. Special teams, meh. But I will say this about our kicker also. Here's a positive for the special teams. His field goal attempts were right down the middle. And that's what everybody wanted to see. His extra point, his first kick as a Niner, we're going to give him a mulligan on that one. But everything else,
up to nerves.
Right. Everything else was right down the middle. Guys, we are trending in the right direction. We are working this thing, and we're getting better game by game, and we are overcoming adversity. We are overcoming injuries. I'm not kidding, guys. If you just take a step back and look at the roster, look at the pieces that we're missing. Don't include Debo. He's not here. He's not part of the game plan. They got to stop saying, oh, well, this team without Debo, blah, 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 blah. Guys, get over it. He's not here. They moved on intentionally. But you can say, oh, Ayuk, he's on IR. I kind of get that, but we shouldn't be counting him anyway. We are only going to get stronger and better as this season progresses. We are going to get back our starting quarterback in Brock Purdy. We're going to get back our starting tight end in George Kittle. We're going to get back our wide receiver one in Brandon Ayuk, right? Like all of these things, we're going to get Kyle Juszczyk back. We are going to get healthier on the offensive line. Trent Williams had a much better game, and he was a game-time decision, right? You had one of Juwan Jennings' longest touchdowns of his career, and he was a game-time decision. Guys, we are trending in the right direction. The 49ers stock is going up, guys. Buy now. Buy now while we're ascending. All right, you guys aren't going to regret it. You got to stay faithful, stay patient, and the defense, clutch. Not good, not great, clutch. And that's what we've been missing, the clutch gene from the defense. We're getting there.
Yep. And great point from Niner Faithful. One more game without Demarcus Robinson as well. Demarcus Robinson's coming back from suspension.
Was it a 4-game suspension or 3?
I thought it was only 3 because they wanted.
Okay.
Yeah, they wanted to challenge it to go to 2, but they ended up not, I don't think.
Okay.
So one more game without D-Rob. He comes back for that week 4 game versus Jacksonville, if my memory serves correctly. I'm excited. I really am. We said it to start the show and in the middle of the show. These are the type of games the 49ers lost previously. You're learning to win these close games. There's a lot of young players in there. You guys, I think a lot of people underestimate how much that actually affects them. You know, if you see your team being within a couple of points and you consistently lose, then you start to build that in your head. Oh, shit, here we go again. We're going to blow another close game. Instead, you get 2 back-to-back one-score wins. And it's just great. It really is great for the young players to experience that and say, you know what, we can do it. We can take care of business and we can close these games out, whether it's on offense or defense. And we didn't even talk about the best news of the day, Mike. This morning before I even wake up, I get a text with a tweet from Adam Schefter. The 49ers feel like Brock Purdy's injury is more of a week-to-week type thing, not a 2 to 5 weeks like previously reported. And there's a good chance he'll play next week. By the way, did you know what turf toe is? Do you know what the actual injury is?
I thought it was just like something in the tendons. I don't know what exactly
it's essentially torn ligaments in your foot. I mean, we need to come up with a different term for this because I'm thinking this dude stubbed his toe on the turf. But I saw like an actual like medical like imaging, like kind of
almost like MRI type of thing.
Yeah, well, like a recreation, like a cartoon recreation of what it is.
Yeah.
And it's basically a small tear in the ligament in your foot. We got to call this shit something else, guys. We're talking about a stub toe when you call turf toe.
A lot of people were down on Patrick Willis for saying that's why he retired. Like he had turf toe really bad, and he said how much pain he was in out there running. And we were like, it's just a bruise on your toe. Like that's how people were chalking it up because it was called turf toe. I didn't know it was that significant. So
yeah, it really is. So hopefully Purdy, and I agree with Daniel. You know what? Don't rush him back. If he needs one more, let him sit one more. I think they could compete with Mac. I'm not going to say they could win because Cardinals are looking good in both games so far. But I think they can compete with Mac, and I would hate for him to further that injury. So I'm excited for this team. They took care of business today. Start the season off with back-to-back road wins, one in the division, the other in the conference. These, mean a little more for the 49ers. So I really do appreciate that. Robert Saleh looks great. Kyle called a great game. And by the way, we didn't even talk about Kendrick Bourne. I mean, Kendrick Bourne got here Monday and had, let me see.
Shout out to 84 KB back in the building, baby. I think he had 2 receptions on the 3
for 32 yards with a long of 13. So shout out to KB. He came back.
Yes, sir.
He was, right up there with Ricky. Ricky had 4 for 56. You want to know something fucked up before I end this? I told you guys spam the over on Ricky Pearsall.
You didn't do it.
No, I did. But do you want to know what his line was?
What?
On my bookie, Ricky Pearsall's line was 4.5 for 56.5.
Oh,
and I took the over. And he was 4 for 56. He was literally 4. If he just had one more catch for 1 yard, that would have hit. Because I parlayed it with Tonjes over 2 receptions and 50 yards, which hit. It is what it is. Next week, Ricky will take off. If Mac connected with him on that deep shot that Ricky beat his defender, he would have had way over 100
Game
yards.
over.
So,
way over. Yep.
But it is what it is. Matthew says he took the over as well. Sorry about that, Matthew. It was a great win for the 49ers. Great confidence booster. Thank you guys for rocking with us today as we recap this show. Got a little heated at times. It's all good debate, guys. No hard feelings. Don't call Matt any bad words. You know what it is. He had to go. So we'll talk about it again when we do the preview show later in the week. He is back from Disneyland, so we will be back, the 3 of us. Mike, please let the folks know where to find you. I'm sure they already know. Some of the best 49ers content on social media. Let me pull up the link here.
Yeah, so if you guys are watching this right now on the 49ers Hive channel, we do have a channel over on YouTube. It's also called Nothing But Niners, so please make sure you guys head on over there. But the game day experience is just different over there. I introduced the 49ers Hive channel to our victory shots last week. I think I mentioned that we were 3 for 3 on our good luck shots, right? Like, it's like, oh, man, the defense is struggling or the offense is struggling. We're going to do a good luck shot. I'm happy to report that we were 2 for 2 today on our good luck shots. So we are a total of 5 for 5 on that same drive, game-changing differences every time we do the good luck shot. So we are officially 5 for 5 through 2 weeks, man. Head on over to patreon.com/NB9ERS. That is the place to be. Join the party. And if you are watching this one from the Nothing But Niners channel already, you guys got to subscribe to my people over here, 49ers Hive, man. They put out good shows all week long. Make sure you guys are locked in, man. You can't get enough 49ers content, especially when the season is going on. So do yourselves a favor. Get here and subscribe right now.
Especially when the Niners are winning. I soak it all up, man. I soak all the content up. I want to know what everybody's saying. My last thought on this game and more on the season, but the 49ers have, over the past 10 years, started 2-0 3 times. 2019, Super Bowl. 2021, championship game. 2023, Super Bowl. They have started 2-0 this year. We shall see where this takes them. Knocking on wood here, but good start. Good start.
Let's get
Couldn't
to
ask
the
for
dance.
anything better. Mike, did you have any other final thoughts?
No, I do see Niner Faithful asking, am I coming back with the presser breakdown? Not today. I have a couple of things to do, but I will be doing that tomorrow. All right, so the post-game presser breakdown will be tomorrow, along with Kyle should be addressing the media on the radio. So I'll do both of those back to back, all in the same show. All right,
Is that
so
at
will be coming
Nothing But
tomorrow.
Niners YouTube channel?
On Nothing But Niners, yeah, YouTube. Yep.
Make sure you
Yep.
guys
So
go
make sure you guys
subscribe.
get there. All right.
All right,
listen,
that's gonna do it.
that's going to do it for us. We thank you all for tuning in. Matt, speaking on behalf of Matt, he usually does the closing for us here. For myself, for Zach, for Matt, for Nothing But Niners, for 49ers Hive, we appreciate you guys. We are now 2-0, and we're about to do the home opener, man. We bring on another division opponent here, and we can go out there and stamp our names. This is for first place in the division next week, but we'll get to all that later on. Make sure you guys stay tuned. And as always, go Niners.